this, record this, record this. And it's a DVR for $40 and a SATA drive.
And what sort of resolution do you get?
It's HD. All the digital stuff is
okay.
whatever it comes in on.
I know some of those convert to what,
HDMI.
780. Well, I mean, they convert to lower resolution. The picture quality is not.
Now this
It's
is
quite acceptable, but
it's just a digital tuner, so it's got to receive the HD. It's HD, so it's full resolution. It may be 720. That's true. It may be 720 in the 1080 instead of 1080. But it should be that. We can check that out. But be aware, those devices for $40, it's a tuner, and you can select the channels that you want to watch and record them.
okay. Now that's just on air. When you say it's a tuner,
It's on air, right? It's a tuner. It's on air only. So if you want to watch anything that's on regular TV, that's true.
It surprises me how much new stuff is on the latest HDMI is. What is it, 1.2? What's the current number?
Oh my.
Well, anyway, they got more stuff on that, and it has connections into your set, and it checks what you're doing and turns stuff on. Sometimes it's a nice thing, and sometimes it kind of does you in. But I just bought a new TV set, and if you plug into there, it knows. It's way smarter than I thought it was. You know?
And I got a Roku TV, and it has all the software. It's got Time Warner Cable, it's got Google, it's got Hulu, it's got whatever the heck you want.
Is it the new Roku 4 or the 3?
It's built into the TV. It's built into the TV. I don't know if it's a 3 or a 4 or whatever. It's
the 4, I think the thing it has is the Ultra HD, which is, what is that, 2000 by 3800 or whatever that number is. It's
higher definition or higher speed.
Yeah, it's higher resolution on the screen.
Yeah, it's a 32-inch set, so the resolution, you get past 720 and it doesn't matter. It's 1080, so it doesn't matter. But it's got all the options. It's Wi-Fi. You just plug in, sit in, connect to your Wi-Fi, and you go to Time Warner Cable, and it says what your login for Time Warner Cable Wi-Fi, and it connects up every time now, or whatever you want. And it's got, Roku's got their own thing, and it's got an AVI input. It's got everything. It's nice.
The Roku box, the one they sell called Roku 3 that sells for $100 actually has a thing in your remote to plug earphones in.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And so the Roku 4 was supposed to be the ultra definition.
Yeah. This is a $200 TV set, 32-inch, and Wi-Fi. So, and it has Time Warner Cable. It has DirecTV, although channel 45.3 doesn't work on my particular sets. And it's got Wi-Fi, and it's got the composite inputs because I rabbit it from my big TV, and it's nice. I mean, it's got Google on it, whatever. All the standard software that comes in the sets these days. Doesn't have that. It's not super high HD, no.
I did notice one thing that kind of surprised me a little bit is when my TV set is off and I try to cast, nothing happens. But if my TV set is on, but there's nothing on the screen, that the thing tells it to
switch channels.
Go to cast.
Yeah.
So that's a different HDMI input than my Time Warner's on. So it's smart enough that it switches jacks on the back for.
The Chromecast does that too.
Yeah.
The sets these days apparently, I don't know if Chromecast is doing it.
It's not Chromecast.
It just saw another signal come on and it goes to that channel.
It's actually a specification for HDMI.
Oh, okay.
It's built into HDMI.
So if another HDMI port comes on,
Only if your TV supports it.
okay,
So your TV has to support
okay.
this secondary specification.
But is it the Chromecast telling it, come to me? Or is it just support it and you plug something new in and it goes there? But it doesn't do that to the game port, when I connect my computer to it. It doesn't go to that port. I have to switch it.
Right. Your computer probably doesn't support it.
Okay.
And even the cables, supposedly the most inexpensive HDMI cables don't have as much connection back and forth as the.
Yeah, that's I've heard
Maybe
that
the
before.
cable. Yeah, there are newer cables. That's true.
It's not the cable. It's a protocol on the HDMI that your TV has to support it, and the device that you plug into it has to support it.
Right.
And then, yeah, I'm not real sure how it actually knows it, but I guess the Chromecast says I've got a signal, and the TV just goes, let's go see what the Chromecast is doing.
And it even, on my TV, it even changes what that jack is. So if I look
Yeah.
at the setup of it, the thing has changed its own setup. And
Yeah, my TV is not that smart. My TV just will, if I plug something in that supports it like the Chromecast, it'll automatically switch it to that HDMI port, but it won't change what it actually is. It'll just say HDMI 1 or whatever,
Yeah.
and be happy. But that's actually part of the original specification for HDMI.
Yeah.
So that's, my TV's old and it doesn't.
And mine is too. I'm older.
So that's actually it's not part of the new. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's not anything new. It's been around for a long time. It's the part of the original.
So now what Time Warner Cable is doing is they're forcing everybody to go digital. You have to have a digital adapter on your TV set. You will have to have one or you won't receive Time Warner Cable. They're doing away with all the analog and they're going digital. And now with this new TV, you don't have to buy their box. You don't have to rent their box. Next year it'll be $5 or a couple of bucks a month. And now with this new TV, it's Wi-Fi. You don't need them. See ya. Here's some good glue, Probond glue. It's not Elmer's glue. It looks like it's Elmer's brand,
Yeah.
but it's supposedly waterproof, and it's like putting plastic on something. It's pretty nice.
Does it smell like acetone or one of those
It doesn't smell like acetone. It doesn't smell bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the regular Elmer's glue didn't have any smell. It smelled like milk or something.
Yeah, this is waterproof. Okay, whereas the Elmer's glue, you put water on it, it's going to get soft on it. And it's an insulator. It's pretty good stuff. No foam, no mess, non-toxic. And I got a touch-tone decoder like Leroy's using today. And that's all. All for me. You ready, Leroy?
I don't know. Am I ready? I don't really have anything to put up on the screen, I don't think.
Well, I can talk about the latest on the webcam, the new webcam, the speaking webcam. I got one that talks. You can talk to it, and you can listen to it, and it's built into the software. It is supported on Windows 7, and it looks pretty comprehensive on Windows 7. And I got to get over. I got a new laptop coming in from Windows 7. I need to leave it there.
Don't change it. Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone and load the new software. It does have a built-in siren. It does motion detection, and the siren in the camera will go off on motion. And it also has a SD card you can put it in, and it'll automatically save all the motion or saved frames, and it'll do it for like a month is a 64 gig, and it's like 2 weeks for the 32 gig chip. I got a couple of 32 gig chips coming in. So it's a standalone and a standalone alarm system. So you can set it in there and say, watch this door. Anybody comes in, alarm, and it will alarm itself. It also does the same stuff that everybody. It'll send you mail. It'll send, actually it does send updates to my phone when somebody triggers it. It'll go beep beep, and I wonder what it was when I first turned it on.
Is that part of Time Warner or?
No, it's just Wi-Fi. This is not the old stuff. This is new stuff. You load the apps available for your phone. It's available for your PC. You plug the darn thing in. You plug it into your router, and you plug your phone in and say go. And it said, what do you want on what password do you want on this phone? Find the local phone. Find the local video. It finds it, and you name it. You put a password on it, and you're done. And then before you had to put your whole set it up in your router to see it. Now you don't have to set it up in your router. It's automatically out there. If you walk away from it, it will follow you wherever you go. Huh. It's a new kind of different stroke. Disadvantage is iSpy doesn't work for me. I use iSpy. This one, if you have 5 of them, you can put 5 of them on this little app that you download, and it'll keep track of all of them. You can touch whichever one you want to watch, and it does the record, does everything else. It's built for Android apps and Windows apps directly, and they handle everything. Before, you had to set up your IP address. Now, I don't even know if you can really fix the IP address anymore. It just picks up an IP address. It doesn't matter. It finds it. You'll always find it at home, no matter where it is. If it changes IP address, doesn't matter, because it's going out to their server and saying, this is me, and when you go looking for the one you always look for, it goes to a website and says, he's here, and connects you. And it's pretty nice. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. See if we can get to it. We're talking about all that. It didn't get to it that time. It's green, so that means it's okay.
And there's a microphone showing there, is it?
Now, if I want to talk to it, hello, microphone. You have to hold it down when you're talking and leave it a little bit. Or that echo was probably it talking.
Yeah.
And you can hear the cars driving by. And this one moves. You can touch this and you can go left. Your car would by. And you go right. And it's got positions. You can go do this if you want to go to a preset, look at the front door. Actually, that is the front door. Or maybe it's not.
Okay, so that's actually moving that camera.
Yeah, it's rotating.
I thought it was switching cameras, but
nope. And then you go back to position 2. There you are, position 2. And you can set up multiple positions. This is, the other cameras will do this. This is just much more easy to operate. And it's canned and the audio is included, which hadn't been included before. And then you push this again and you got the microphone. And you can ask somebody, what are you doing there? And it pauses. It takes a while for it to get out there. Hello? Hello, what are you doing there? I let go too early. Okay. It blocked out the audio, which it should do.
yeah.
We shouldn't hear it. But you have to pause to allow. But it's okay. It's pausey. But
And how much did you say that cost?
this was, I say, it's very expensive. You couldn't afford it. $28.
Now is that a monthly fee or
No.
just $28 for the?
Yeah, yeah. Now, Time Warner will do the same thing for you, and it'll be an installation charge, but it's only $39 a month.
Well,
A month, forever.
For as long as you've got the equipment.
do they own the equipment or do you own the equipment? You own the camera, right?
Yeah. Well, they probably own it
Yeah, you're probably just leasing it from Time
for
Warner.
$39 a month, which I paid $29, $27 actually for the whole camera, shipped to my place. Here it is.
And hopefully, if you order it again, you'll get the same camera.
Yeah, that I just ordered this one, the one like Kenny, and boom, I got this, which I don't regret it. Whoa, it's nice.
Of course, you can't even the old one.
Yeah.
He's got a new toy.
I went to order one from Kenny's, and guess what? They didn't have that one, so I said, okay, I'll order this other one. That's okay. It's a Shrecam. Ordered the Shrecam. Bam. So, yeah. So there are opportunities out there. You ready?
I'm ready,
You ready? Okay.
I guess.
Yes. Okay. You're up there.
See this little arrow down here in the corner? On the right-hand
Arrow.
side?
Your pointer is on the left hand
Yeah,
side.
I know.
It's on that up arrow thing.
This arrow right there?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
telling me there's an update again.
Okay.
I just updated it when I walked in.
Yeah. Obviously.
So
Yeah.
there's an update again. So that's what you look for on yours.
Okay.
And yours will be in the stable stream, not the development stream. So yours probably will update slower than mine, if that makes sense. I know you weren't here last week. Did you see the robot last week that I did with? Okay. Well, last week I did just general controlling of the robot with the DTMF tones. So it was wired. It had to be physically wired to it. But each tone, well, 2, 4, 6, and 8 all made it move forward, backward, left, and right. And then the pound sign and the star sign would either speed it up or slow it down. I did the same thing this week, except instead of it having to be wired up, we're going to program 10 steps into it. We're going to unhook the wire, and then we're going to hit the button that's on it, and it's going to go and follow the program that I put into it with the DTMF tones.
Ah, okay.
Does that make sense? So I added the display to it so that we could see what step we were actually on. I added the button to it so that we could tell it to actually go when we're done. So I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Up there. Yeah. Can't really see it. Can't really read what it says up on the screen. It's basically, it says it's in program mode, and it tells me the step number that's on. Unfortunately, I've got a way for it. We could hit a number on here to exit out of it, so it would just do like 2 steps instead of 10 steps. Unfortunately, that part of the code isn't working for whatever reason. So we got to do all 10 steps.
What are you programming on right there? Is that just Android?
It's just a touch tone generator.
Okay.
So, yes, it's on my Android tablet, but it's just I just needed the tones. So I'm going to try to make this go forward, and then I'm going to make it turn again. Let's make it go backwards. Let's make it go forward again. Let's turn it the other direction.
Now,
Go
it will drive
backward.
for so many seconds that when you said, okay.
Yeah. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this. This is just kind of a getting started kind of thing. And we'll make it go forward again. And we'll make it go backward. So now, this, you probably can't tell. The screen is actually clear. It's blank. So it's saying that it's ready for me to hit the button. And if this worked the way it should go forward, should turn right, left, come back, should go forward again, turn left, right, and come back. And that's pretty much all it's going to do. So, and I may have put too large of a delay on it.
Do you have any indication on there that it's receiving stuff or?
You
No.
can see when you're touching the phone that there's some communication going on.
It's not working the way I wanted it to.
Have you got the manual mode on it?
No.
And you just put all of that stuff in the memory and now it's just setting up the memory.
Yeah, we can look at the program. So I bet there's an error. I bet there's an error in logic in the program. Because I did this in about 5 minutes sitting at the house today. Because I ran out of time to do it.
For some reason.
Because life gets in the way.
Has a tendency to do that.
I didn't tell it to stop. That's the problem.
And tell it to stop every time.
No, it went forward, and it tried to turn left and right, and then it went backwards. Then it was supposed to go forward again, turn left and right, and go backwards, but I never told it to stop.
Can you change the interval to where it's very short, easily?
Not as I can. It got part of what it was supposed to do, though.
Yeah.
You want to try to lower it to... I had it at 100, and 100 is pretty short interval.
Well, for testing purposes, might be set it for 200.
I've got it at 250 now.
Oh, okay. That's way too long.
Let's just drop it to 150.
Delay 2000.
Let's drop it to 150. 150. 150. Let's see. Yep. I think we probably need a delay in here. Maybe. Let's try
Hello?
that.
Hello, Steve. How we doing?
I think that's probably where I messed up. I probably didn't put a delay in there. Okay. You guys happy? Are you happy? I'm happy.
nice if you could tell what part of the program you're in right
Well,
each instance.
my little display does say program mode, and it does say running, but I didn't go into great detail on the running part of it.
What kind of display you got?
It's that little OLED display.
And you're communicating via I2C?
Yeah.
See, that's nice.
So
We love I2C.
2 is forward. We'll tell it to stop. 5 is stop. We'll tell it 8 to go back. We'll tell it to stop again.
Watch it blink when he pushes 1.
We'll tell it to turn.
See it blink? That's coming in through the
We'll tell it
RS-232.
to stop. We'll tell it to turn again. We'll tell it to stop. What step am I on? I am on. So I need 2 more. So we'll make it go forward again, and we'll tell it to stop.
That's the tone coming in, I guess. Okay.
The-
It's the decoding.
The decoder shows the tones, yeah. So 150 was way too short.
Yeah. Well, how was the other so crazy? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, okay, we got to up the code.
So 150 was way too short.
Yeah.
That's why I went with 250. But I put that delay in there. Let's see what happens when I bring this back to 250 and leave the delay in there. Yes, it's going to forget when I go to put this in and reprogram it. I did sort of have this working at the house. It's not like I upload failed. Oh, that's because I unplugged you before you were done. I'm sorry.
I haven't done that but 150 or so times.
Probably would also help if. Oh, you know what? It never took that program because I didn't have the right microcontroller selected. It was still running on the old code. 250 is pretty darn short then. There we go. Let's see what kind of trouble we can cause it to do now. Let's see. All right. All this is doing, I'm using the tones. Those tones. And it's getting a value of these tones, converting it to a numerical value. The code then stores, if I hit 2, then it converts it to the physical number 2 or the imaginary number 2 or whatever, and it stores it into an array. Then when I tell it to actually run the program that we just did with that, it's just going back into that array and going, okay, he said 2. 2 means go forward. 5 means stop.
Yeah. Okay.
8 means go backward. So that's what it's doing. And it looks like it's working, sort of. 2. Except now. Now it's not decoding. Wait a second. This thing is very picky on sound. There we go. 2, 2, 5, 5, 8, 8. Oh, it's hearing it too much now. Ow! I killed it. I'm a dummy. I turned off the power. It's so bad. Turn the volume up a little bit more. You were absolutely right. I tried this with the microphone, and it just could not hear it. 2, stop, go backwards, stop, turn, stop, turn, stop, go forwards, stop. I think it picked up a couple of extra. I think I held one of the keys too long.
It's officially ignoring you.
I can hear it. It's trying. Delay's not good.
So, let me tell you what I think's happening, and you can correct me. Because what he said was Venusian. If you understood what he said, I think there's something wrong with you. My interpretation is that he's putting tones into that DTMF converter, decoder, and the tones would be a combination of 2 outputs, because it's 2 tones.
Yeah.
When he presses the 2 tones come out of it, and it turns on 2 outputs corresponding to that number. Is that correct? The DTMS turns on
4 bits.
4 bits?
Yeah.
Okay. Turns on 4 bits corresponding to that number. He pushes a different number. It's a different combination of 4 bits.
Yeah.
Okay. And the code says he's turned these bits on, that's a 2. He's turned those bits on, that's a 4. So it's communicating with the DTMF device via I/O, via inputs to the Arduino. Is that what you got out of what he said? Hell no, you couldn't have.
Well, I don't know exactly. Is that going to remember the times difference between the time you say forward and it backward?
It just uses a fixed time.
It's stupid. I did not make it smart.
Okay.
I'm using a fixed time.
Yeah, the number changes every time he hits the button. The number changes, and the Arduino says the number changed. The number now is 2, so he puts 2 in there. Doesn't have a time. Then it just takes 2, and then he plugs a different number in there, 6. And it doesn't use it. It's using the same time.
So
it said 6 means forward.
Yeah.
No, 2 means forward.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
But if you say to go forward and then stop, how long is that signal applied to this?
It's set in the code. It's set at 250 milliseconds.
Oh, okay. So what? And the time that he holds the tone doesn't make any difference. This only.
Actually, if you hold the button down too long,
Uh-huh.
it starts reading it as multiple key presses.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, that does make a difference.
Okay.
So, in theory, if you held the button down, like the last demo that I did where we just drove it around with the keypad, if you held the button, I only had it going 100 milliseconds at a time. So it would go bzz, 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 bzz. But if you held the button down, it looked like it was continuous
Now,
motion.
If I didn't see it, it only sends the signal when it changes, or does it have a strobe?
No, it's only when it's
When it changes. So if you hold it down, it doesn't change.
No, it changes.
What changes the?
Oh, wait. Where are you asking me?
Okay.
Okay.
If you hold the button down there.
There's five. There's actually 6 lines that could go back to the Arduino. Okay. 2 of those lines. One of them is high when there is no signal. One of them is high when there is a signal.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got a strobe.
So okay.
Okay.
So I'm only using 5 lines instead of all 6.
So when you have a signal, it says take this number. Gotcha. And it'll re-strobe if you hold it long enough. Okay.
So if you said,
It's always going to be high as long as
what it's doing is it's issuing another command. If you
Yeah,
hold it
it's-
long enough, it issues the same number again.
Yeah.
And the same number again. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
if the thing you issue was stop, and you held that, and it keeps saying stop, stop,
Yeah,
stop.
stop.
There's-
Which is what I think happened that last time I did it, because I think when I hit the stop button, I think it just brought it all at once, because all of a sudden it said I was done programming. So yes, the program has some problems. I think it's kind of working.
We got the concept, and that's the most important part.
Right.
Understanding the concept of how this is working.
Except one more thing you need, I think, would be an indication of where it
when it's running.
stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
What step
And if
it's
you
on.
just had a light, just a light that
Well-
says every time it goes to the next instruction, when you had your program there,
Okay. Restart here. Plug this in, and then we'll turn it off and turn it back on, and you guys watch the screen. You'll see when I just didn't do it for the output. I just did. But if you watch the input, now you tell me when it actually says it.
BittyBot robot, change something there, stop 0 exits.
Okay, so you see where did it just change?
2,
Yeah,
3,
something
4,
stops at 4,
6,
stop 5. Stop.
7, 8, 9. Okay, he's got all 10
Yeah.
steps in.
Okay.
That's good. That's pretty much what I said.
I just didn't do it on the output side. So let's see what I actually programmed.
Just one more thing, it needs to have a speech synthesizer. Just one more thing, it has to be Darth Vader.
I bet the batteries are going dead because it's not trying to go anywhere right now.
Oh, okay.
It's not even. See, on the run mode side, it just says run. It just says that it's running.
Yeah, it says run mode, yeah.
So, to your point, it should say I am in step 1 or step 2 or step.
Yeah. And it should provide it in French too.
That sound like a good idea. If you just had made it go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
So you already got text, you could just bark it out to the text seat.
Spanish,
Well-
I think it's Spanish.
I could conceivably add a speech synthesizer. But I'm not going to. This was more of an
Does your
exercise.
speech synthesizer do Russian? Just one more thing.
This was more of an exercise to
That's good.
do it. It was more for Jim than anything else because Jim wanted to do something with his cell phone.
Yeah. Now I know. Now I am enabled to do the next step and not use a microphone.
Yeah, don't use a microphone. It's got to be hardwired and it's got to be pretty loud. You were right. It is very picky about. I mean, it just even plugged directly in. If the volume's turned down low on this thing,
Yeah.
it just will not hear it.
So okay. So what I'm thinking of doing is setting up the same setup and taking that cord that plugs into the DTMF converter, plug it into the output of a answering machine, and the answering machine would, and I would take the particular code for a particular number that they have to hit, and I could take just one output, and if they hit either of the two numbers that would give me that one output.
It's still a 4-bit number.
Okay.
Every last one of them gives you back some.
But I could take one line, and it's only turned on when a certain number of buttons are pressed. Like when, no?
No, because if you really watch,
The lights stay on?
yeah.
Okay, so I'd have to use the strobe and that lamp. It'd be and the strobe and that a particular output.
You might get away with 2, but even like 1, I'd have to look at the chart again. 1, the light for the number 1 is also for 3. It's also for, is it for 6? I think it also for 6.
That's fine. I don't care. If you press 1, 3, or 6, if you press any button, they don't know they got to press a button. And so that if they press any button, they have to press 1, 3, or 6. So when the answering machine picks up, it takes the code, the audio out. It's receiving information. It says after the tone, say what you want to say after the tone. It answers. And if you push any tone before it flips over to record, the answer machine automatically connects the phone. You see what I'm talking about? So I get them to push a button, and this decodes it, and the phone picks up. It connects the phone at that point, and the phone is connected. And they said somebody picked up the phone, so the answering machine goes to the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So that it's just that simple. If it's that simple, there's a fortune to be made with these little guys. Because they sell that box for $175 that's doing the same thing.
You probably could get away with no microcontroller, because that little thing.
That's true. That is true.
You probably could. That little thing, it'll decode whether, as long as it's got power going to it, it'll decode the signal. So you probably could get away with nothing. It needs 5 volts. It needs 5 volts. I found that out today too, because I put it on 3.3 and it absolutely refused to decode. And I went, oh crap. Okay, 5 volts.
Okay.
We'll run the other thing off of 3.3 because I know it'll work.
Now I got to do a little planning. Got to do a little drawing to make sure that I can do that.
Yeah.
Now I got to find an old answering machine.
That particular device, out of everything I've messed with from China,
Yeah.
that has to be the absolute pickiest thing I have messed with. I mean, if it's not right, it's not going to work. Where most stuff, I mean, you know, even if it's not right, you'll get something. It'll do something. It may not be what you want it to do, but
it decodes from your phone, and that's kind of a crude source, really. So, yeah.
Well, it's one of the better sources that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else just, God, it just hated it.
Yeah. The old touch tones, they had RCs in them. They had the coils. I mean, it was the real stamil.
I'll tell you the other thing that I found. This was last week. I actually had 2 wires backwards on the inputs of the Arduino. So the 2 and the 4 were switched, and the 3 and the 6 were switched.
Ah.
And it was the funkiest thing. I was just going, what the?
Mm.
I hit 2, and 4 pops up on the screen. I'm like, no. So, it wiring issue was mine, but that little thing, it's picky. It's a picky.
Okay.
It's a picky device.
That's a standard chip.
It is.
Should be pretty good at it.
Yeah, when it works really well. It's just.
Well, so you see what it is. It's very simple. You plug your phone jack into there, where your tones are coming from, and it switches the outputs based on the number that's brought in. And it strobes you. He's using one of the inputs to say it's active, and when it's active, it puts 2 numbers out. It puts 2 bits on.
Yeah.
And then
it puts 4 numbers.
4 numbers or 4 bits.
4 bits.
Yeah, puts 4 bits out, and you just decode it in binary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really binary either. But it's same idea. I'm not real sure. It's more like it puts it out in hex because
Hex is binary, is octal. They're same thing. Water buffalo.
It's 16 numbers that it can generate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And where'd you get this little card?
eBay.
Okay.
$2 and some change.
Want one?
Did you get more than one?
No. But I'm not really pressed for one. If you want to tinker with it, it's up to you.
They're neat little things.
Yeah.
I bought it kind of for playing around with the robot, but I'm not going to use it for the robot.
You can have that one and replace it, or you can do want it. Probably not going to tinker with it, no. And you're using the 2560. We kind of like that, don't we?
Oh, I'm not changing anything about the actual structure of the robot.
That's true. The 2560 is a standard robot.
And I did this on the robot because I thought it's better to see something work than
But that little display is nice.
Yeah.
And it's I2C, so it's done. It's what, 3 wires?
I2C? 2 wires.
He had a power wire though.
Okay, 4 wires then.
4 wires. 4 wires.
If you want to be really picky.
Yeah. Ground
How's
hot.
Ray coming with whatever he's finishing?
I haven't heard from Ray. I think he's been tied up.
Yeah, I
He's
heard
got
from
lots
him.
going on.
I heard from him last week, and he was getting ready. He wanted to do something with getting some robots ready for Hamvention, and that was the last I heard of him.
When's Hamvention? Tomorrow?
But it's the 21st,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's 10 days. 9
I
days.
saw something some time ago, but I didn't.
It's soon. It's soon, and
We passed this place a couple times last week, and there was a lot of cars out in front of his old building. Cars.
I don't even know if he's completely moved out of the old building yet. Do you?
Was it last week? He wasn't. He was still. There's still plenty of people there.
So what about the camera? You gonna show us tell us about the camera?
Yeah, I can. I guess. I might even be able to make that camera work. What am I doing?
Record, stop, on. That's the standard, whether that's 1/4 inch or whether that I can mount on my
So
tripod.
Probably a standard camera mount.
Yeah.
that was, I found that at Walmart, marked down from $150 for 19 bucks.
Wow.
Waterproof up to 30 feet. It's got Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
It's a little funky. We'll call it Funky-Fi. It's got HDMI port, an AV port, USB port. It's got something else. Uses a micro SD card. 720p. But I thought, I tell everybody because 19 bucks.
And they still selling them, or you just got the last one?
It's Bridgewater Falls, Walmart. Clear in the back in the camera shop. It was hanging up on a wall back there. It wasn't really in the clearance section. So if you go where the cameras are and you see the GoPro display,
Yeah.
it's pretty much near the GoPro display. 2 days ago when I got it, 3 days ago when I got it, they had 10 of them left. So I don't know if they've still got them. But
And you get documentation and all that kind of stuff that tells you what you're doing?
now you're asking a lot. Yeah, actually the book, I didn't read the book just because. The book's pretty thick. It comes with a bicycle mount, some other weird little universal mount that they say is a universal mount, and a backplane. So if you take the Wi-Fi off of it, you could put this backplane on it, and it would still be waterproof. So because Wi-Fi is not going to do you any good underwater.
Yeah.
And it's funky. It's a funky. So
There it goes.
I loaded the original program into it, the one that I did last week.
Yeah.
So the number 2 makes it go forward.
Yay.
The number 8 makes it go backwards. The number 6 makes it spin. And the other number makes it spin the other way. And this should make it go faster or slower.
Cool.
But see, if I hold my finger, it looks like it's seamless. It's actually getting that number each.
Yeah.
So just to prove that it actually does do what it's supposed to do.
That's impressive. I like that.
So
That's like,
it's too bad the other one didn't work as
there's
well.
the camera. If you go to the meeting notes,
Yeah.
you can go to club article on the street cam.
Let me see my.
Now you can actually go to the link to the specific camera, the exact order that I used to get the camera. It's on eBay. Let's see if it's still alive. There it is. 2841.
I don't know if I can. I may just have to pass the phone around because I don't know if I can actually cast while this is, because of the way the Wi-Fi works on this. It works funny. So I may just have to pass the phone around. I'll try to cast it so that everybody can see it. But
Oh, you can connect to it with your phone and then cast it. Oh, okay.
yeah. But the Wi-Fi on this won't connect to another to an access point. It becomes a Wi-Fi hotspot
Oh.
itself. So when they do a streaming from it, you have to tell it what your access point is and what your camera is, and then it switches back and forth very rapidly. It's very, very weird. It's just, I sit there and I'm going, what the crap is this thing doing? But apparently that is how most of the action cams work if you're trying to stream. They set up their own. So I will try to cast, but I don't think it will work.
Is that the little cast thing, the blue thing in the top right? Is that the thing that's where you're casting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I need to stop casting. That's right. Don't watch that screen. Watch this screen. Please connect my camera. I already connected my camera. Yeah, see, it's not going to let me cast. I'm just going to have to pass. I'm just going to have to pass the phone around. Maybe. There we go. So.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Now, that's the picture mode. So if you click on the shutter there, it should actually take a picture. Did it lose connection?
Yeah, I lost something. Oh, we probably just closed the screen.
Yeah. Now it's going to need to do that again because the app is insane.
It stopped. I'm going to go into take a picture.
I do not like this app. Like I said, Wi-Fi is just
Quirky.
quirky. Quirky is the failed to get live stream. Really?
But it's a recorder too, so the recording is and an HDMI output.
Yeah.
And
You can play it.
if it was actually, if I could get a reliable connection between them, you can actually watch the video. You can record a video here and then play it back on your phone, so you could see what you've actually recorded. You can also, through this portion of the app, failed to get live stream. Yeah, okay.
And where is the memory that it's playing out of? Is it?
It's in here.
Okay.
But this portion of the app, here, let's reconnect. Now maybe I should be able to cast. Why you want to be all Chromecast?
There, I just saw it flash.
Okay, so cancel. Oh, we're going to do this to me now too. I don't like the app. Yep, it just froze up my. There we go.
You're asking a lot of this.
Well, it's like I told my wife, right? If I had paid $150 for this, I would be so ticked off. But because I paid $19, I will put up with some of its weird little tendencies. So cancel that. Yeah, it won't show me. That shutter thing that it was showing you, there will be a button on there that says start, or a button that says that looks like a shutter. And if you click start, even if it's in the down position, it will start recording. And it will continue to record until you hit stop. if you hit the shutter button, it'll just take a picture.
Yeah.
So
For most people are using this to attach to something.
yeah,
They're all bobsled or sled or whatever, and you just turn it on and put it in record mode.
just attach it to your helmet or whatever, and just turn it on. Like I had it attached to the car with the bicycle mount.
Yeah.
I attached it to the car and record going down the street. I just flipped it on. So who cares about the app? It's like it's nice that it's got the Wi-Fi built in, and I can connect the desktop to this Wi-Fi, and it's a much more reliable than through their app.
Yeah.
But I think this company's in serious, serious trouble, and I think it's because of.
Yeah, that's why they're $20. But all in all, you know, it's worth $20.
It's
just
worth
for what it does.
$20.
Yeah. You plug in the USB and you got JPEGs and MP4s.
Are they MP4? Yeah, they're MP4s.
Okay.
So this is the Wi-Fi that I just popped off.
Yeah.
So it comes with a blank that it fits in there, and you close it back and you lock it in place. So if you were going to go into the water with it, you don't really need the Wi-Fi. I mean, it doesn't matter. The Wi-Fi is also waterproof, so I'm not real sure why they gave you the blank.
If you're not going to attach it to something, use your camera.
Yeah,
Use your phone.
yeah.
But if you're going to attach it to something or record something on the move, that's what that's for.
So
Oh,
Where's
okay.
your memory chip?
SD card.
SD card. So that's all the connectors though it's got. I mean, yeah, I can kind of see why they wanted $150 for it, but I'm glad I'm not paying no $150 for this thing.
Yeah, you got a good deal for what you paid. That's for sure.
You turn it, you lock it in place.
When you go down to parasail again, that's what you need right there.
Yeah, so
But you had it anyway.
if you were,
I took my camera,
Yeah.
not this camera, but my regular camera, Canon, and recorded that.
well, this, you know,
But you know, I'm hanging on with dear life and recording with the other phone. And I'm 800 feet up in the air. My feet are dangling in the air. That's dang. This is not good.
this is,
I could have easily dropped the camera, and I would never find that camera.
well, that's why you get these action cameras with all the weird special mounts, you know, the head mount and the,
Well, I need to get a crash helmet. Okay, it mounts to the crash helmet.
that's what these action cameras are, though. It's for that sort of stuff, bike riding or
Mm-hmm.
jumping off of a cliff or
Mm-hmm.
Which we recommend for you, Kenny.
Yeah.
doing weird
Without a
stuff.
parachute, of
Well,
course.
I went down this river called the Deschutes 40 years ago. I'm planning to go down it again.
Yeah.
That's my bucket list.
So if
So that's why I said you have some cheap, camera. But that,
$20.
$20, that's cheap.
you rent it out.
I don't know.
Fee, it's
$20.
$150 deposit.
Never to be returned.
Yeah.
I
If you gave him $150, he wouldn't take it back.
I liked it because, like the GoPros, you got to stick them inside of another case to get them watertight, and then they're not really waterproof, they're watertight. This is waterproof. You throw this in up to 30 feet, you're good to go.
And that's where we recommend you go. 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you see, they're selling for $20, and there's a reason why.
What I've told you the reason. I think the
What
company.
you don't care about, you're going to use USB to connect to it anyway.
Right.
I think the company is seriously hurt. It has a weird quirk when it's plugged into the USB too.
Oh, okay.
So I've been just pulling the memory card out and just sticking it
Oh,
into
okay.
the
You
computer.
can pull a memory card with an adapter SD converter.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's the next thing for my colonoscopy.
Yeah.
That would be a little bit big for that one, you think?
You could swallow that puppy. Yeah.
They do have a pill you swallow.
Oh yeah, that's old, but they're getting smaller.
So,
A horse pill.
I mean, if you're near Bridgewater Falls I don't know how long they've been there or
They're gone.
how long they're going to be there. But the mere fact that I put it out on the internet probably means they're gone now. So
You did?
I did.
Oh, you got
So I grabbed a couple of them before I let them go, though. It's not a bad camera.
Does that have a light source in it too, or just a camera only?
Just a camera. Yeah, we were kind of talking about that. If I was going to take this into the water, we'd probably need some sort of strobes or something behind it.
You'd use this glue to glue on a flashlight.
Yeah. Waterproof.
And
Yeah.
it's got plenty of mounting.
Oh, that's true. You could mount that and mount a flashlight.
I was thinking of mounting a piece of metal and then having two fans off to the side so I could go, down and
Up
thrust
Oh yeah.
and turn them into little thrusters. But then I would still need some sort of light source and probably an additional battery because I can imagine it would be easy to get to the battery to this thing.
If you're going down, 30 feet, you probably still have enough light. You have to go pretty far down to run out of light.
Yeah, I've been in 50 foot of water. You can still,
Unless it's murky.
yeah, unless it's just an overcast day or something.
Yeah.
I've seen some where you can see pretty far down, so I'm not planning on taking this 30 feet, but it's nice that it can do it.
Yeah, that's a deal.
So that's what I got. That's all I got this time.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to be here next time.
Uh-oh.
Y'all on your own. Have another philosophy meeting.
Frank's going to do part 3 of his presentation because he got sidetracked last week.
Oh, okay. Is dot whatever?
.net, whatever, yes.
Okay.
So he said he would do part 3. He's trying to keep his presentations to under 20 minutes, and he definitely went off the rails last week. But he got sidetracked big time.
Well, that's good. As long as it was entertaining. That's our main criteria, that it's entertaining.
We did have a new person last week.
No, okay.
A woman, right?
No.
I saw it on
Oh, yeah.
the website. It says new members joined 2 days ago or something like that. It said it was a woman.
Yeah. I think it was a guy, though.
Oh, really?
I don't know. So, we did have a new guy
Cool.
show up last week. And
Yeah, we should, maybe we'll get some meeting notes out this week, distributed. Because I will be communicado, just not here. So that'd be good. I'll put some notes up. If you come up with anything you want to show next week, let us know. And Frank's going to do his dot whatever again, phase 3. That'll be good.
hopefully we can keep him on point.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's call it. It's a meeting.
it's a wrap,
Okay.
I guess.